The phone buzzed on the nightstand, jolting me awake in the dead of night. It was a voicemail from my best friend, Jake, his voice slurred with alcohol and rage. These faggots think they can parade around like it's normal? I'd beat the shit out of any queer who tried that crap on me. My heart stopped. I was gay, and he'd been my rock for 15 years, the one person I thought understood me without words. I sat up in bed, the room spinning as the words replayed in my mind. We'd grown up together in suburban Chicago, sharing everything from little league games to late-night confessions about girls, or so I thought. Jake was the golden boy, star quarterback in high school, now a rising corporate lawyer in the city, engaged to Emily, the perfect Midwestern girl from a conservative family. Me? I was Ethan, the quiet artist who came out in college, facing the backlash from my own folks but clinging to Jake's unwavering support. Or what I believed was support. How could this be the same guy who'd defended me against bullies back in the day? The next morning, I couldn't shake it off. I paced my small apartment in Wrigleyville, the sounds of the city filtering through the window. Honking cars, distant L train rumbles. I replayed the message again, hoping I'd misheard. But no, it was clear. He'd been at a bachelor party, probably drunk out of his mind, ranting about some pride event on the news. But why send it to me? A misdial? Or a subconscious slip? I debated deleting it, pretending it never happened. After all, our friendship was the anchor in my chaotic life. My parents had disowned me after I came out, calling it a phase fueled by liberal nonsense. Jake had been there, helping me move into my first place, even standing up to my dad during that explosive family dinner. But ignoring it felt like betrayal to myself. I texted him, "Hey, got your voicemail last night. We need to talk." His reply came quick. Voicemail? Shit, must have but dialed. What's up? Liar, I thought. We met at our usual spot, a dingy coffee shop near his office downtown. He looked hungover, bags under his eyes, but flashed that charming grin. Ethan, buddy, what's this about? I pulled out my phone and played it. His face drained of color. Oh God, that. I was wasted, man. I didn't mean it like that. Didn't mean what? That you'd assault someone like me? My voice cracked, the hurt spilling out. He glanced around, lowering his voice. Come on, it's not about you. You're different. You're my friend. That stung worse than the rant. Different? As if my identity was acceptable only because of our history. We argued in hushed tones, him defending it as just talk, me pushing back on the hypocrisy. You've seen what I've gone through, Jake. How can you say that crap? He shifted uncomfortably, avoiding my eyes. Look, my family's old school. Emily's dad is a pastor. I have to play the part sometimes. Play the part. Those words echoed as I left, storming out into the bustling streets. Back home, I dove into work, freelance graphic design, to distract myself. But doubts crept in. Was our friendship built on lies? That night, unable to sleep, I scrolled through old photos. Us at Cubs games, road trips to Michigan, his arms slung over my shoulder like brothers. There was always something more in his eyes, a lingering gaze I'd dismissed as imagination. No, that was wishful thinking. Jake was straight, engaged, the epitome of heteronormative success. Days blurred into tension. We avoided each other, our group chats going silent. Then Emily called. Ethan, have you talked to Jake? He's been acting weird. I hesitated. Should I tell her? No, that would be crossing a line. Just guy stuff. I lied. But the guilt gnawed at me. Jake's family was picture perfect. Parents in a McMansion, siblings with kids and white picket fences. Mine? Fractured. My coming out had split us. Mom tried to bridge it, but Dad's silence was deafening. I remembered the night I told them, the yelling, the Bible quotes thrown like weapons. Jake had picked me up afterward, driving aimlessly while I cried. A week later, Jake showed up at my door unannounced, rain-soaked from a summer storm. I can't stop thinking about it, he said, stepping inside. His eyes were red-rimmed. That voicemail, it wasn't just drunk talk. My pulse raced. What do you mean? He paced, water dripping onto the floor. I've been fighting this for years. The anger, it's at myself. He stopped, facing me.
Ethan,
I think I'm gay too. Or bi. I don't know. But I've felt things for you. For a long time. The room tilted. This was the shock I'd never anticipated. My best friend, the one I'd secretly pined for in high school, confessing. But joy mixed with fury. You let me suffer alone while you hid? You spewed hate to cover your ass. He nodded, ashamed. I was scared. My life, Emily, the job, family, they'd crumble. We talked for hours, tears flowing. He admitted stolen glances, suppressed urges, the internal war. But he wasn't ready to come out. I need time, he begged. I agreed, but the secret weighed heavy. How could I watch him marry Emily knowing this? It was a moral minefield. Days turned to weeks, our bond shifting into something charged. Unspoken tension in every interaction. One night, over beers at his place, Emily out of town, we almost kissed. He pulled back, panic in his eyes. I can't do this to her. The rejection burned, but I understood the stakes. His family would disown him, her church community would shun them. Society's expectations loomed like shadows. Yet the hypocrisy festered. Jake continued playing straight at work parties, making offhand jokes that now cut deeper. I confronted him again. You're living a lie. It's destroying you, and me. He snapped. Easy for you to say. You lost your family. I don't want to. The words hung, a chasm opening. Our friendship teetered on the edge, decisions looming that could shatter everything. The wedding invitations arrived like a ticking bomb. Jake and Emily's big day was set for fall, at a picturesque venue in the suburbs. I stared at the elegant card, my name printed neatly. Best man. The irony twisted my gut. How could I stand there, smiling, while knowing the truth? Jake had sworn me to secrecy, but the burden was crushing me. We met for lunch at a quiet diner near Millennium Park. Tourists milled about outside, oblivious to our drama. Jake looked gaunt, like he hadn't slept. You coming? He asked, stirring his coffee endlessly. I nodded, but added, This is wrong, Jake. Marrying her while hiding who you are. It's fraud. He flinched. Don't call it that. I love her. In a way. She's safe. Safe. The word echoed my own past relationships. Flings with guys who treated me like a secret shame. Emily was clueless, planning the perfect life. House in the burbs, kids, church on Sundays. Jake's parents adored her, his dad already talking grandkids. My own family, still radio silent, except mom's occasional texts checking if I'd come to my senses. The pressure on Jake was immense. His firm was conservative, partners golfing with evangelicals. Coming out could tank his career. But the internal conflict raged in him. Late-night calls became routine. Ethan, what if I tell her? What if I lose everything? I'd listen, advise caution, but urge honesty. The cost of lying is your soul, I'd say. One call escalated. I can't breathe sometimes, he confessed. Seeing you makes it worse and better. The admission hung electric. Our meetings grew intense, charged with unspoken desire, but we never crossed the line. It was torture. Then betrayal struck. At a mutual friend's barbecue, Jake pulled me aside. I told my brother, he whispered. His brother, Mike, the macho cop with a history of homophobic slurs. Why? I demanded. Jake shrugged. Needed to test the waters. He's family. Days later, Mike cornered me at a bar. Stay away from Jake, he growled. Whatever sick shit you're pulling. It ends now. Shock rippled through me. Jake had thrown me under the bus, painting me as the instigator. Furious, I confronted Jake at his apartment. Emily was at bridal fittings. You blamed me? I yelled. He denied at first, then crumbled. Mike assumed. I didn't correct him.
I'm sorry.
The apology rang hollow. You're sacrificing me to save face, I said, voice breaking. He reached for me, but I pulled away. That night I cut contact, blocking his number. The silence was deafening, but necessary. I threw myself into therapy, unpacking years of unrequited feelings and societal wounds. Weeks passed. Emily reached out, worried. Jake's a mess without you. What happened? I evaded, but guilt mounted. Was I enabling the lie by staying silent? Moral dilemmas swirled. Loyalty to Jake versus truth for Emily. Society's gaze loomed. Gay men as homewreckers, the stereotype I'd fought against. Then, Jake showed up at my door again, disheveled. I ended it, he said. With Emily. My jaw dropped. What? He explained. The pressure built until he confessed everything. To her, about his feelings, his confusion. She was devastated, calling off the wedding. She hates me now, he said, tears streaming. But it was the right thing, right? I let him in, the air thick with emotion.
Vi talked till dawn.
He admitted the rant was self-hate projected outward. Growing up, Dad drilled it in. Be a man, no weaknesses. His family was imploding, parents furious, Mike disowning him. I lost them, he whispered. But in the ruins, something flickered. Freedom. Yet the cost was steep. Emily's family spread rumors, painting Jake as deceitful. At work, whispers started. I stood by him, but resentment lingered. You used me as a shield, I said one night. He nodded. I did. And I'll pay for it forever. Our dynamic shifted. No longer just friends, but something undefined. Fragile. As fall approached, the canceled wedding loomed like a ghost. Jake moved in temporarily, crashing on my couch. Proximity amplified tensions. One evening, over dinner, he confessed fully. It's always been you, Ethan. The words I dreamed of, but now tainted by pain. Too late, I replied, though my heart ached. We navigated the fallout, therapy sessions, awkward family calls. My mom reached out, hearing the news. Is this because of you? She accused. I hung up, the wound reopening. Society's judgment rained down. Friends divided, some supported, others ghosted. Jake lost clients, his promotion stalled. This is the price, he said bitterly. But in quiet moments, growth emerged. He joined a support group, facing his demons. I watched, proud yet wary. Trust was shattered. Rebuilding would take time. The high of truth faded into reality's grind. Jake's depression deepened, regretting the chaos. Maybe I should have stayed hidden, he muttered. I countered. At what cost? The question hung, mirroring my own doubts. Had forcing the issue been right or selfish? Winter hit Chicago like a freight train, blanketing the city in snow and isolation. Jake had found his own place nearby, but our lives intertwined more than ever. He was out now to a select few, but the ripple effects spread. His parents cut him off financially, his mom sobbing on the phone. We raised you better than this. Dad refused to speak. Mike spread the word among relatives, turning family gatherings into battlegrounds. I faced backlash too. Old friends accused me of turning Jake, the absurd notion fueling online whispers. My freelance work suffered. Clients from conservative circles dropped me. Guilt by association, I joked bitterly to my therapist. But inside, rage simmered. Why pay for his awakening? One stormy night, Jake confessed more skeletons. There was a guy in college, he admitted. Brief fling. I ended it terrified. The revelation stung. While I struggled alone, he indulged secretly. You hypocrite, I snapped. He agreed, head bowed. I hated myself for it. We argued fiercely, words like daggers. You let me think I was the freak. He shot back. You were brave. I was a coward. Happy. The fight escalated, him storming out into the blizzard. Hours later, a call from the hospital. Jake had slipped on ice, breaking his arm. Rushing there, I found him bandaged, eyes hollow. I'm sorry, he whispered. In that vulnerability, walls cracked. We talked honestly, no more secrets. He detailed the internal torment. Suppressed attractions since puberty, masked by overcompensation. Football, girls, the whole act to fit in. Discharge brought him back to my place for recovery. Caring for him stirred old feelings, but caution prevailed. Emily re-entered the picture, suing for emotional distress. Extreme, but her pain was real. She feels betrayed, her lawyer claimed. Jake settled out of court, draining savings. Another price, he sighed. Society's machinery ground on. At a holiday party, a mutual acquaintance cornered me. "So, you two together now? Kinda convenient." The insinuation boiled my blood. Jake overheard, defending us fiercely, for the first time publicly. "Mind your business," he barked. Progress, but costly. The friend group fractured further. My family dynamics shifted too. Mom visited unexpectedly, bearing cookies like a peace offering. "I heard about Jake. Is he like you?" Her tone mixed curiosity and disdain. I explained, watching her process. "We didn't know," she murmured. "Dad's struggling." It was a crack in the ice, but healing? Distant. Jake's career hit rock bottom. A partner at the firm suggested he seek help for his lifestyle choices. Discrimination veiled as concern. He quit, starting over at a smaller, progressive outfit. Humiliating, he admitted, but necessity bred resilience. He volunteered at an LGBTQ center, channeling pain into purpose. Our relationship evolved tentatively. Shared dinners turned intimate but platonic. One night, snow falling outside, he kissed me. Soft, questioning. I pulled back. "Not yet. Trust first." He nodded, understanding the damage done. Betrayal reared again when Mike showed up, drunk and aggressive. "You ruined him," he yelled at me. Jake intervened, shoving his brother out. "No, I ruined myself by hiding." The stand was cathartic, but Mike's parting shot, "Family's done with you." Isolation deepened. Spring thawed the snow, but not the wounds. Jake's therapy unearthed more. Childhood pressures from a rigid father, societal norms in a blue-collar town. "I internalized the hate," he said. "I shared my scars, rejection's sting, loneliness's bite, bonding over brokenness." Yet decisions loomed. Jake wanted to go public fully, but feared more loss. "What if I regret it?" I urged. "Regret the lie more." He did. A social media post. Simple. "Living my truth." Backlash was swift. Trolls lost connections. But support trickled in: old classmates, strangers. Emily reached out, seeking closure. They met, tears and apologies. "I wish you'd told me sooner," she said. Jake agreed. Watching from afar, I pondered forgiveness's cost. As summer neared, tensions peaked. Jake's dad called, demanding a meeting. "Fix this," he ordered. Jake refused. "This is me." The rejection crushed him, leading to a breakdown. I held him through sobs, questioning my role. Had I pushed too hard? Recovery brought clarity. Jake thanked me. "You saved me from myself." But the price? Incalculable. Lost family, friends, stability. Was it worth it? The question haunted us both. Summer in Chicago brought heat waves and revelations. Jake and I navigated our budding romance cautiously, dates in quiet cafes, walks along Lake Michigan. But shadows lingered. His family's silence, my lingering resentment. "We can't erase the past," I said during a picnic in Grant Park. He nodded, squeezing my hand. Public affection was new for him, tentative. Work stabilized for Jake at the new firm, but paranoia set in. What if they find out? Old habits died hard. I encouraged openness, but understood the fear. Society's progress was uneven. Pride parades celebrated, but backrooms buzzed with judgment. A bombshell dropped. Emily was pregnant. From before the breakup. "It's mine," Jake confirmed, pale.
Moral chaos ensued.
"What do I do?" he asked. Abortion? Co-parenting? Marriage redux? Options swirled, each fraught. Emily wanted to keep it, but demanded involvement. "You owe me this," she said. The news shattered our fragile peace. "This changes everything," I told him. He agreed, torn. Fatherhood appealed to his traditional side. But at what cost? I can't abandon her or the kid. Debates raged. Duty versus authenticity. "You're gay," I reminded. Co-parenting doesn't mean marrying. But pressure mounted. Her family pushing for reconciliation. his parents seeing a redemption path. Jake wavered, meeting Emily secretly. Jealousy flared in me. "Are you going back?" I accused. He denied, but doubt seeded. Betrayal's ghost haunted. One night, he confessed, "Part of me wants the normal life." The admission gutted me. Normal? Meaning straight. He backpedaled, but damage done. I pulled away, needing space. Solo therapy sessions unpacked it. My fear of abandonment, rooted in family rejection. Meanwhile, Jake faced ultimatums. His mom called, "Marry her, fix the family." He resisted, but cracked under guilt. Confrontation came at a rooftop party. Emily was there, belly showing. She pulled me aside. "He's confused because of you." Fury rose. "No, because of lies." Jake intervened, but the scene exploded. Accusations flying. "You used us both," Emily cried. He broke down. "I did."
I'm sorry.
In the aftermath, decisions crystallized. Jake chose co-parenting without romance. "I want to be a dad, honestly." Emily agreed, wary. His family softened slightly, seeing responsibility. But for us, strain intensified. Summer's end brought a family reunion, his side. Jake invited me, a bold move. Tensions boiled. Dad's cold stare, Mike's hostility. "This your boyfriend?" Dad sneered. Jake stood firm. "Yes, deal with it." The stand cost, arguments erupted, relatives leaving early. But a few stayed, offering tentative support. My mom attended too, surprisingly. "I'm trying," she said. Progress bittersweet. Yet, personal toll mounted. Jake's depression returned, medication prescribed. The choices, they haunt me. I empathized, but exhaustion set in. We both paid dearly. Fall revisited wedding ghosts. Emily's baby shower, Jake attended alone. Jealousy aside, I supported. "You're doing right," I said. Our relationship deepened amid chaos. First, "I love you," exchanged on a crisp evening. But love didn't erase scars. Trust rebuilt slowly, brick by brick. Society's mirror reflected harshly. Media stories of similar struggles, reminding us we weren't alone. Jake spoke at the LGBTQ Center, sharing his journey. Empowerment emerged from pain. As winter approached again, stability flickered. Jake's dad reached out, awkward apology. "I don't understand, but you're my son." Healing spark. The baby arrived in early spring, a boy named Lucas. Jake held him first, tears in his eyes. "He's perfect," he whispered over the phone. I visited the hospital later, Emily gracious despite everything. "Thanks for being there for him," she said. Co-parenting began awkwardly, schedules juggled, emotions raw. Our life adapted. Jake split time between my place and Emily's, fatherhood transforming him. "I get it now, the sacrifices," he said, rocking Lucas to sleep. But exhaustion bred cracks. Late nights led to arguments. "You're never here," I'd complain. He'd retort, "This is my responsibility." Family dynamics evolved. His parents met the baby, softening further. "Grandpa duties trump prejudices," Jake joked. Mike remained distant, but sent a gift. My side? Mom visited more, bonding with Lucas. "Kids change things," she admitted. Dad lurked in the background, silent but present via texts. Society's pressures persisted. At a playground, stairs when Jake and I pushed the stroller. "Two dads?" a woman asked curiously. Jake beamed. "Yeah." Pride swelled in me, but vigilance remained. News of hate crimes a constant reminder. Internal conflicts resurfaced. Jake questioned his bisexuality. "What if it's a phase?" Therapy helped, affirming fluidity. But doubt seeped into us. "Did I force this on you?" I asked. He shook his head. "You forced nothing. I chose truth." Betrayal's echoes faded, but not erased. A reunion with old friends revealed lingering grudges. "You blew up lives," one said. Jake defended. "Lies blow up worse." The exchange cost connections but clarified loyalties. Career-wise, Jake thrived at the new firm, advocating for inclusivity. I landed bigger gigs, my art reflecting our story, abstract pieces on identity's cost. Exhibitions drew crowds, sparking discussions. Summer brought milestones. Lucas's first steps, our first anniversary as a couple. We celebrated quietly, toasting survival. To the prices we paid, Jake said. Melancholy tinged joy. Yet, awakenings continued. Jake's mom confessed, I knew, deep down. Feared it. Reconciliation deepened. My dad finally called, I'm sorry for everything. Tears flowed, bridges mending. But perfection eluded. Emily dated again, jealousy fleeting. She's happy, Jake noted. We navigated blended family holidays. Tensions simmering but managed. In quiet moments, reflection hit. The journey from that voicemail to here riddled with damage. Lost innocence, shattered illusions. But gains, authenticity, love, growth. As fall leaves fell, Jake proposed a trip back to our hometown roots. Face the past, he said. We went, walking old streets, confronting memories. At the high school field, he kissed me openly. No more hiding. The trip catalyzed final healing. Families converged for Thanksgiving, awkward, but united. Laughter mixed with tears, forgiveness earned. Years compressed into lessons. Decisions, weights, truths, freedoms. Jake and I built a life, Lucas thriving amid love. But was the upheaval justified? Did the ends validate the means? Or were some secrets better left buried? Was forcing the truth out always the right choice? Or should some deceptions be allowed to protect the fragile bonds we hold dear?